G'day guys, my name is Don and you're watching my channel Don Astronomy. It's a nice chilly top of 5 degrees today, so I thought I might do something to warm me up, and what I'm going to do is put a flat box in here, in this space here in my observatory. I'm running out of spaces. I'm just about used everything up with monitors and fold down benches and toolboxes and whatnot. So the idea is that at the end of my session, hopefully I can slew my telescope into this spot and take my flats. And what I want to do is with this timber here, I'm going to make a frame that fits in this section here. And at the back of the frame is, this kind of like a backing board, a white melamite backing board. And then inside the frame, I've got some strip lighting, and it's got 3 different color temperatures, warm, natural and cool white, that I can choose from, and hopefully that will go around there and then illuminate that. And then at the front I have this white translucent acrylic sheet which will go in the front. So hopefully that will give me a nice illuminated surface to point the telescope at and take my flats at the end of the night. The idea is I use Sequence Generator Pro in the observatory, but it wouldn't really matter if it was Nina or what other acquisitioning software you use. But at the end of the session, I could then slew the telescope over here, take my flats, and then park my flats, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I should get a decent result. But the only way to do that is to put it all together and test it out and see how it works. All right, it's all powered up. I'm not real happy with it. As you can see, it's a little bit dark in the center. My plan failed. Probably a few reasons. One, the LED cheap lighting was really cheap. It was like 12 bucks and it's only like about 12 watts. It's not enough to illuminate all this. Second, I think I need to actually put the strips evenly right across. There's a couple of issues with that. One is it doesn't stick to the back very well, so what I might have to do is go into town, buy some aluminium strips to put across there so I can put my adhesive strip light onto that, and I'll buy some good quality 12 volt adhesive strip light that's more wattage per meter. If I buy a 5 meter roll of like 50 watts, that should be much better and illuminate this a lot more evenly. So that's what I'm going to do, and it's probably what I should have done in the first place. I was trying to skimp. Now I've just wasted time and wasted money. Anyway, into town I go. Alrighty, back from town. It's a couple of days later. It's actually much better weather now. I've got 2 of these aluminium strips which I'll attach the strip lighting to. I've got a better quality strip light. This one is basically it's about 1 amp per meter, so it's roughly around about 50 watts over 5 meters. And what I'm going to do is power everything from this 60 watt transformer, which is a LED transformer or LED driver. And I bought some cabling because I'm going to have several strips up here, and I will have to cut the strip light and join them to these terminal blocks, one for the negative, one for the positive. And then hopefully I've got some bolts here to screw these to the backing board, and I'm expecting this time a more even distribution of light across this acrylic sheet to get a better translucency and even spread of light, so fingers crossed. Okay, it all went okay. I had a little bit of trouble because this cable is solid core cable and it's not flex, and I didn't realise that. And if it had been flex, it would have made it a bit easier, because trying to get these connectors to not twist was a challenge. And I end up screwing this one down the bottom, but I end up rejoining it up here. But apart from that, everything else went well. Let's plug her in. Voila. Nice and bright. Now it does have a dimmer. There's two wires here I can put a dimmer in. This transformer's dimmable, but if I need to, so that's always an option. Hopefully I won't, but we'll see. That is certainly 90% better. Fortunately, there's still, and I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but there is still some slight bands across, which is disappointing, but won't be good enough to take flats with. But then I realized that the angle of the lights, the LEDs, are 120 degrees. So when I lift this up, then it has a nice dispersion of light. So what I'm going to have to do is head back into town, buy some more of this, make a second frame to go over the top of this, join it together to double the height of that, which will bring it up around like so, and make a nice even illuminated surface. Lucky for me, I don't have to go into town. Look what I found. These are leftover bits of ply from this workbench that I built. So I'll cut these in half and they will be perfect for my frame, and I'll just build it out of this, and I promise this is going to be very quick. Yeah, all good. So yeah, plug it in, have a look. Yeah, happy days. That looks good. I'll get this into my observatory and take some test flats and have a look. Okay, I turned it on. It was very bright. I tried to get some flats at f2 and it was too bright, so I have to dim this down. Lucky I've got a 100k pot that I found in the shed, which is perfectly matched to the transformer that I have. So therefore I'll mount him there, and I've got an old knob and I'll be able to lower it down as far as 10% according to the specs. It'll go to a 10% brightness up to 100%. So I'm hoping that 10% is enough for me to be able to take flats at f2. All right, now much better. So that's as low as it goes is 10%, and I can just wind that up. So that gives me a good range between f10 and f2 until it goes off around 10%, which is about there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I shall go to my flats position and park.
Tracking on.
And let's slew.
Parked.
Alrighty. So that's my old shield. Well, I'll probably still use this, but normally I'll put that on when I take my flats and open the shutter a little bit on the roof to let some light in. It's not ideal because when you're taking the flats, then if the weather changes, It also changes the light, and this is much better. I got control in here now. I will need this for F2, but I probably won't need it to even use this for F7 and F10. I'll just need to point it there because it's a nice flat surface. But for now, so I don't have to take my Hyperstar off, we will do some flats at F2. That's my UVI filter. Now we will give that, I'm going to lower that down to about 2.5. All right. So, good news, the fact is that I can actually get the light low enough to shoot at F2, so it's a reasonable flat frame. Happy days.